ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, since the price was within this move, we mentioned we can expect the price to give us one more drop. This is what we get. But what we were expecting the price to break this low, because at that times, if the price broke this low, the previous low, then we could look at this as a correction. Then we could expect for the reversal. Okay, but now the question is, the price couldn't broke the previous low. And now we mostly, I mean, we know we can look at this one as a flat or correction in relative to this. That means still we need to get one more drop, okay, before we get a reversal. Again, it doesn't mean the price cannot reverse from here, but structurally this is a correction in relative to this, okay, because simply because of this move couldn't broke the previous low. Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it. First of all, we start with higher time frame. If we start with daily chart, as we were expected, the price broke the previous top. Now the question is, we're looking for the whether we can get the correction here for continuation, and or the price can reverse. Mostly we are not looking, we haven't talked about the reverse. Mostly here we're referring to the bigger correction. Okay, now the question is how deep, I mean what we want, we need to get the correction for continuation, but the question is how deep and complex can be this correction, whether we can get a normal correction for continuation, or this correction can be quite, deep, similar to what we have here. That's mean, can we expect this one tend to a drop similar to what we have here? Then we can look at this flat for continuation, and internally this is the correction. That's mean, can we look for the running flat? That's why if we want to look for buy here, we need to know the possibility may this one tend to deeper correction before we get the next move. This is what we can see. Okay. And if we move to forward chart, we want to see how we can look at, the chart. All right. That's why, right, still we can consider this one as a correction flat in relative to this for one more drop, at least. May this one turn to a deeper correction before we get the next move. That's why if you want to look for buy, we need to be aware of this possibility. And rather than that, we don't have anything else. That the only question is, if you want to look for buy, at least the best things is we get the put this one in relative to this for one more drop. Then from there we see whether we need to look for the reversal or continuation. Okay. And even if we move to 1 hour chart, what do we have here? We have nothing. We don't have any trade set up to look for buy. Okay, even if the price continue from here, if the structure changed and this one didn't turn to a flat fall in relative to this for one more drop at least. Okay, that's mean the price continue from here. If you want to look for trade, it depends whether what we can get here. Mostly if the price reverse from here, the best things is we wait for the breakout of the stop, then from there we look for buy, because still we can expect this one move a bit higher and then break this top before we get the down move. If this one continues a corrective, we shouldn't look for buy. We should wait for the breakout of the stop. How about if we get a sharp move flag? It depends whether we can get the trade or not, because whether we want to trade within this range or not, because still there is a possibility price tag the top before we get the one more drop. Okay, that's why the best option is we wait for this flat, the price give us one more drop, confirm this down move before we get the next reversal, because we want to see how deep this one can be. Simply as I mentioned, since this down move couldn't break this one, because if this one could break the previous low, we could have a simple divergence, then from there we can look for the reversal. Okay, anyway, we don't have any trade setup in this case. We just follow the chart. If I see any update or any trade setup that can confirm the next move, I will share. Thanks.